Welcome back. It's been a little while here, but we've been battling a little bit over the past few weeks, and we're getting ready to make our climb back up the ladder. A few battles have gone okay, but I'm still getting used to the fact here that some of these mons are now level 77, and so trying to figure that out and how well they do and how bulky they are has been interesting. So I'm going against Dan Dorina here. Seems like a pretty decent battler, and I'm trying to figure out the best opening play. So I think Alakazam is going to go for Psychic. No, I don't. Why did I say that? I think Alakazam is going to go for Thunder Wave or switch out because it doesn't want Ditto. So I'm going to go out into Onix. Sweet. And now Psychic does so much damage to Onix. I think it one-shotted Onix when it was at level 74. I don't think it one-shots Onix now. I think I'm just going to first turn Explode and see what happens. Okay, he goes out into Blastoise, and I just get good damage off on Blastoise. Now, Blastoise, I really think is super bulky at 77, which is tough. But Kangaskhan's a good choice here because it can take it out. Ditto was probably a better choice. I think I rushed that. Unless Blastoise knew Rest. Blastoise might know Rest based on how he switched out. Wow, it is Crit City here today. That's good. And the crits continue. So if you're keeping track at home, I've attacked 3 times, and I've gotten 3 crits. I'm just going to apologize in the chat here real quick. Yeah, Dandarina is not feeling super happy about this. But here's what's awesome. Sacking Onix early means he thinks he has free Electabuzz, but I've got Rhyhorn here who can one-shot it with Earthquake. And maybe he'll switch out to Blastoise just to tank the hit, or maybe he will go down. And then we can see the right next move for us. And again, it comes down to whether or not Blastoise has Rest, I feel like. If he has Rest and he wants to try using Blastoise, then saving him here is good. But Rhyhorn's Earthquake hurts bad. Level 88. Great. One-shot's Tentacle for sure. I don't know about that switch. I guess he felt like he had another water type, so it was no big deal. But I'm going to go Kanga, just in case he goes Body Slam on a prediction. Yeah, I mean, that was my guess, that he had Rest. Okay, no problem. So I'll just go Body Slam, get the crit and the paralysis. No, he forfeits. So this is not a good match. So we'll do another one, I guess, because that one was unfortunately just critical hits. I mean, how do you play around critical hits? I don't know. I do not know. But that was not super satisfying. And here we go. We're making our climb. We're in the 16s. Not too many people are in the 16s here. I can show what's going on the ladder right now. We're looking at the Gen 1 random ladder. So here we are. That didn't quite update from the last battle, so we're probably 4th now. And we're looking at 30 more points to make the climb. Oh, and another bat. Oh, Renfort. I've played him a few times. I like Renfort. I think he's good. Yeah, for sure good. Okay, so Onish probably knows Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, Double Edge, Mega Drain. If he knows Swords Dance instead of Stun Spore, that's okay. So we gotta switch out to Weedle and hope he puts us to sleep, which he tries to and misses. So that's really unfortunate. because now he knows, but maybe we can play around. Oh, he does know Stun Spore. Okay, that's good for us to know. And the other thing that's good is we can just kind of slowly chip away at this Oddish. It can only really damage us using Double Edge, so it chips away at itself, which is helpful. And we'll see what he decides to do here. But now that I have a... Oh, maybe I'll get the poison? I do. Great. So good chip damage. I've got Omastar. Omastar can basically not be hurt at all by Ninetales. But what a good double switch he had there. That was really good. I'm going to try for some damage, hoping that he goes for Thunder Wave or something. Okay, he just went for Psychic, and it dropped my special. Abra's such a huge problem. Such a huge problem. And I don't want to switch out to Weedle because he's preventing Oddish from doing anything. You know, I'm going to go out to Sea King. I hope he can take 2. Oh, no, even better. Sea King is looking good here. He could take 2. Alright. Alright. That was huge. I don't know if the crit mattered. Sea King actually has surprisingly high attack strength, and Abra has no defense, but that was big time because Abra's terrifying. Level 88. His Psychic, as you see, just does so much damage. Just does incredible damage here. Alright, so he goes out into Poliwrath, and this might be like a Hypnosis Amnesia set. We're not sure yet. Goes for Body Slam, so it's less likely that it's the Amnesia set. So the fact that he left Oddish in and didn't switch out on his first turn makes me believe he doesn't have a Rock Ground type. Omastar handles Ninetales so well and can Blizzard Oddish, which is good. Charmander's good too. So we're going to go Dragonair here and see what happens with a Thunderbolt. Oh, getting pretty lucky with that. A nice little crit for us, and oh, that was really lucky. I'm sorry about that, Renfort. That was tough. We gotta switch out to Weedle here. And I'm gonna double switch to Omastar, thinking that he might... Oh, wow. He had the perfect play on there, and I got very lucky again. This battle is just luck. Just luck. And now he goes out to Ninetales, which is fine. I over-predicted there, and I really didn't need to, because Omastar just walls Ninetales so much that it doesn't matter at all if I have to switch in and take a damage-dealing move. He's got Magneton here. I've got Dragonair, and Dragonair can handle Magneton pretty well. I'm not super concerned about that paralysis at all. Figured he'd go to Ninetales, that's why I went Blizzard instead of Thunder Wave. Now I'm going to go back to Omastar as he confuses me, I'm sure. Oh no, he goes Fire Blast. And that's totally fine. We can go Surf here pretty safely. We might hit ourselves, but we'll see. No, we got it off. That's great. Ninetales down. So now Zapdos is the fastest Mon that we've seen, which is good. Goes back to Oddish. Now we've got some options here because Dragonair is also paralyzed. But I think he's realizing that Oddish's best bet now is just to take something out, do some damage here. And we'll just hope that it does enough damage to itself that a Drill Peck is... I don't think he's in range for Drill Peck, but fortunately our last is Charmander. And so he should be in range for a Fire Blast, though. And that's really excellent. Okay, so 4 against 2. Dragonair is really good against Magneton. but Firo is also just very good in general. So we'll see. I think we're in good shape actually. Yeah, I thought we were pretty safe to Fire Blast there. The thinking really was whether I should use Counter or Fire Blast because it's so safe right now that he had no choice but to hope I would make that mistake of switching to Omastar and he could catch me on the double, but the problem is that Furo is very fast and Hyper Beam crit will knock out everything on my team, I think. Maybe not Omastar. Maybe not Omastar. But this is the conundrum now, is that actually I think non-crit Hyper Beam does knock out Dragonair. Definitely now. Maybe even Double Edge knocks it out. And this is the worry, is that I can't inflict any status on this Firo now. Yep, that was tough. Go Charmander and go for the counter. I think we go Zapdos. Go for the Thunder Wave. Nice. And then we have it from here. That should do it. Ooh. Okay, but still should do it here. Okay, nice game there, Renford. And we'll do one more. We'll just do a triple battle for this nice video here. Let's see how they go. But let's see here. Again, we're back here. And we'll refresh and see how we're doing. Okay, we're in third now. We're looking up at this guy. So we'll see how that goes. We'll just hang out here for a minute or so as we wait for our next battle to begin. They tend to take a little bit longer at this point just because we're kind of closer to the top and maybe there are fewer people near us in the ranking that it wants to match us up with. But I'm kind of hoping that it'll give me someone maybe I haven't seen before or someone really exciting who I've seen before, and I'm just happy to get the chance to battle. The opportunity there would be fun. So we'll see. We'll just kind of hang out. You know, this is a good time to relax, recollect ourselves, and do whatever we're wanting to do. We'll see. As we're thinking during this downtime, maybe we'll consider doing something like imagining what our next team will be, the team that we want to have. And I don't know. I wonder what a team would be like of just level 77 Mons. That would be pretty cool. You know, Porygon at 77 is so bulky. They didn't buff Hypno up to 77, and they buffed the Amnesia users up to 76. Okay, so we're going against Burton D here. I don't know Burton D, but Burton D is okay. You know, his rating is in the 13s, so he's not phenomenal, but he's okay. So we'll see how things go here. Hopefully Porygon can just handle this Nidorino without too much trouble. Of course, the ideal would be to get out with full health. Ooh, that was a tough Body Slam. In Gen 1, Body Slam cannot paralyze normal types, which is something that I found out on my first kind of climb up the ladder here. And it was really good to find out. But I don't know if Burton D knew that or not. That might be why he went for it there, to try to get the paralysis. The question now is, who am I willing to let go to sleep? And usually I like my ground types to go to sleep, just because they can still wall electric types really quite well. So I'm going to do that, see if he goes for the Hypnosis here. He does. Missing the Hypnosis now makes it a really interesting situation for Burton, because does he want to play 40% of the time he will get knocked out by Earthquake at this point. So I'm just going to Earthquake away and see. He's got a Cloyster who can tank it quite well. I'm faster than Cloyster. Actually, a lot of my guys are faster than Cloyster. I don't want to risk Poliwrath going down, getting frozen or anything like that. So I'm just going to go out to Ekans here. And we're going to Rock Slide. Oh, he'll let Nidorino go down. That makes sense, I guess. Cloyster could have handled Ekans. Because I don't think Rock Slide would do more than 35%. But we'll see. Ghastly might come out. Oh, if it knows Psychic, this might be helpful for us to gauge its moveset. Because Ghastly has a lot of different possible moves. Oh, he goes Diglett here. So I'm going to go Parasect and then Spore, hoping that he goes Earthquake and then doesn't do too much damage to us, but we'll see. Oh, he goes Body Slam, which is a much nicer play by him. A good medium play. I guess getting the Ekans glare off would have been big, but that's okay. So now I'm going to go out into Sand Slash again. Okay, he goes to Wigglytuff. Okay. This isn't so bad. Sand Slash can do a lot of damage. Wigglytuff knows Blizzard for sure, but I don't think it's a one-shot. Oh, I didn't know if it would be a two-shot. It is a two-shot for sure. So let's see here. We'll just damage Wigglytuff a lot. It speeds 145. So pretty sure Hypno can finish it off here with a nice Psychic. And I have no electric types, so Diglett while asleep feels pretty good. Right, he hasn't spent a turn yet, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. He pretty much has to let Wiggly go down, which is fine. Now Ghastly's going to come out, I would guess, right? Does he have to go for Hypnosis here? I think so. I think he's done if he doesn't go for Hypnosis here. So I'm going to send out Parasect and see. Oh, man. That was tough. That was tough. Missing that Hypnosis means that that I don't get the free switch back into Hypno, which is too bad. But okay, let's think about this. He doesn't know that I don't have Stun Spore, so he might go for the Hypnosis again. Great. Oh, that was excellent. That was everything I wanted it to be. I don't know what Ghastly will do now. Oh, he has Mewtwo. Okay, this is bad. If this Mewtwo knows Barrier, wow, this is really bad. Because my only guy that can really damage him is Amnesia Poliwrath. Poliwrath is weak to Mewtwo. But I think it's our only play because we don't know Seismic Toss here with Hypno. That we have to go Amnesia Poliwrath. That's our play here. Oh no. I think Burton D has me here. Unless he gets fully paralyzed. So that's our hope, is that he gets fully paralyzed here. He does not. That does 66%. So the question, of course, now is, do we go for another Amnesia or not? Crud. If we go for another Amnesia, so, okay, so that did 2/3, right? So even if we get 2 more Amnesias off, we might not be able to live a Psychic. So we just have to surf and hope. Surf and hope. Okay. What's our hope now? It's basically none. It's basically crit or lose. That's pretty much our game plan at this point. Crit or lose. He makes the very, very smart play of resting immediately here. So we're still at crit or lose. That's kind of our stance here. Well, that was good. Second crit possible. Earthquake's doing 13%. So yeah, it's a second crit. We could go for the paralysis, I think is the right move. We don't get it. Go for the crit or for the freeze? That's the question. I guess crit is slightly more likely. But we don't get it. So we'll keep trying for the crit, but this one is over, my friends, unless we get the 10% freeze. Burton D just asked a good question, which is, how do I attack first? The answer is, in Gen 1, if you get paralyzed and rested off, it cures the paralysis status, but it doesn't cure... Oh, we got the freeze! It doesn't cure the speed drop. So I'm just going to let him know there really quickly. Wow, okay. That was a huge freeze that we just got. Gigantic freeze. And now it's interesting too because he's probably got 2 exploders left, right? And if each explosion takes out one of my guys, I don't think Ghastly's explosion takes out Hypno from full health. I don't think that that's true. So now if Ghastly's Confuse Ray Ghastly, it's still not over. But otherwise, it's very close to being over. Because a couple of blizzards will put Ghastly into range for a Hypno Psychic here. Oh, crud. That's bad. It's only fitting that he would get it because I got the freeze. And now I'm not sure if Psychic will take out this Ghastly or not. It doesn't. Does he get the explosion? He doesn't. Okay. So now it's whether or not he gets the freeze, I suppose. Right? Freeze has to be his play now, I would think. Okay, he's going to go out to Mewtwo. Okay, so I'm going to do something maybe strange here. I'm going to go to Parasect and then back to Hypno immediately. And it doesn't make a ton of sense because now he's just going to go back to Mewtwo, I would think. Oh, but he doesn't. Okay. This is big time if he stays in with Diglett. Because now Diglett's one shot away from going down. Okay, the question is, does Cloyster's explosion knock out Hypno? Hypno is the only Mon that is a psychic type with any kind of defense here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is the question. Does he go for explosion first turn? That's the question. If he does, and I switch out, I win. If he doesn't, and I switch out, think I lose barring a crit. But I think we have to switch out and hope. Nah, he went for the blizzard. Yeah, that was too bad. That was a 50-50 shot there, I thought. Guessed wrong. Now we'll hope for the crit or the survival of this explosion. He went for surf. Wow, maybe he didn't have explosion. Maybe it's a rare cloister set of double-edged hyper beam or something like that. But with Diglett asleep and with Ghastly paralyzed, that'll wrap this one up. And there's our session. 3 quick battles. We're rising the ranks on the ladder here. It looks like we might get ourselves into second and kind of call it a day there. So anyway, those were our 3 battles. Dandaria, Renfort, Burton D. All 3 were played well by my opponents here, and I either got really lucky, as in the case of the first one, with all the crits, pretty lucky in the case of the second one with that hyper beam on Abra. That was really fortunate. And then again, very lucky in this third one here with the freeze on Mewtwo, though it was my only play. But anyway, thanks a bunch for watching. If you have thoughts, suggestions for how I could be a little bit better, I'd love to hear them. And have a great day.